all the history that I read and all the receipts I have to show the combination. The people for years thought I was crazy. Like, why are you trying to do this? People thought my transition even from reggae hip hop into when the group broke up. And just real quick, the group put out 2 albums. One was called Kids from Foreign. The other one was called Yardcore. It came out through Delicious Vinyl. Delicious Vinyl went through several different distributors. And it seemed like, yes, these are the albums. Thank you for even. Wow. Wow. Yeah, these are the 2 blueprint culmination albums to a lot of what people
doing now. And that was the 90s. You know, and
I
had to listen to it again. The 90s, like those, I could hear them in the 2000s. I thought those are because I came up, we was born in the 90s. So in the 2000s, we heard that a lot. So, it would sound like it's the 2000s.
These end up climbing down into Colombia in the city of Bogota.
That's a huge market.
And I learned.
He mixed with Colombia.
Okay. Yeah. We're going to get into it then. I learned from this group named ChocQuibTown. I'm jumping around now, but ChocQuibTown, that's from Choco, a Pacific part of Colombia, Pacific side. Whatever peninsula is leading up into Central America. Funny. Whenever coffee beans are exported, whenever cocoa is exported.
Yeah.
And whatever people cross-pollinate, whenever they cross-pollinate food, or they cross-pollinate substances, wherever food gather, people gather around food. And then people gather around food, sometimes the music is playing to drown out some of the dead spots of conversation that are taking place. The music travels with the food and the substances. And I learned from ChocQuibTown, Goyo, the female, the female of the group. She's like, yo, not telling me the history of how Colombia got into reggae hip hop was that a lot of West Coast people that was living in southern parts of Texas and people from Texas that was coming down Central America and coming down to Colombia and they're on their routes of cross-pollinating substances and food.
Yeah.
They was always bringing hip hop, introducing it to Colombia.
Yeah, because they got a huge market in hip hop. Like they spray paint still.
I had no idea. I'm like, so hold on, you telling me import of Tupac, Biggie, even the boom bap era of rap came in through the cross-pollination of dealers of food and substances? And I never realized how close Colombia, the tip of Colombia, San Andres, is to all these what they call Upper Antilles islands or Lower Antilles of the whole Caribbean island diaspora.
Because that's how Panama got it. Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm like, yo, I always wonder when Jamericans did hook back up and did reunion shows in Colombia. I'm like, I'm lost, bro. I know I came here to do my reggaeton stuff when I reemerged and got into reggaeton accidentally during the first wave in 2002 or 2003. And I'm gonna jump back around, but I'm like, I knew people that was doing salsa music that was telling me Colombia's a really huge market for salsa music, and a lot of Puerto Ricans was borrowing dope salsa music from Colombia, inputting it into their Puerto Rican salsa, besides taking salsa from Cuba. But I'm like, I was never told it was a hip hop scene in Colombia. I went to school with Colombian females. They never said, yo, hip hop is big in Colombia when I'm in the 90s. So ChocQuibTown, the group from Choco in Colombia, Pacific side, they gave me the background, and I'm like, she's like, yo, between you and me, when you guys came up with reggae hip hop at the time and we heard it, we felt like you guys gave us a voice. I'm like, what you mean? She's like, well, Jamaica's right above us. We were always getting reggae music in some weird kind of way from Panama coming into Colombia.
Yeah,
from
general.
She said, but then we was getting hip hop coming from the West and Texas and Central America coming on down. And then we were hearing the two. Then when you guys came, we were like, yo, there's a chance for us because we like both. And we want to even sing and rap on the reggae hip hop beats in opposed to just the straight rap beats. Because these guys are using the boom bap drum tracks under the reggae music. What an amazing, wish we thought of that. And then they started like expounding on the sound.
Yeah.
So our record label at the time, bro, they saw us being advertised with all our videos. We had about Boom Shakatak, Season Seku,
Send your love.
One in Sign, Sweet Honey from the first
You got
album.
a video for Warning Sign?
Yeah.
I never seen that.
We got 4 videos from the first album. And then for the second album, we only got the Yardcore and Send My Love.
Yeah.
It was coming with Venus third, but Wherever We Go ended up resonating with Colombia. And a song called Superstar.
Yeah.
So I noticed all the tracks that we put reggae samples on the boom bap resonated with Bogota, resonated in Chile. And if people don't know, like, and even in Ecuador, like Ecuador, Chile, and Colombia has a huge Afro Latino community. And I guess with them seeing people coming down from the West Coast, Texas, wearing gear with Biggie on it, Tupac on it, West Coast rappers, New York rappers, them seeing people from Panama emulating Jamaican swag and stilo, seeing the Super Cats, hearing of the Super Cats and Shabba and all that. Afro Latino people are probably like, yo, they're one of us. I'm sure they're like looking at the rappers and the reggae artists as they're one of us, but they just don't speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So I never knew that they kind of like looked at us as being one of them, but just spoke a different dialect. I never knew that even existed, man. Even when like Born to America's first album came out, my half black American and Puerto Rican brother, Ulysses Reyes, he would always tell me, yo, they're making your songs over in Puerto Rico, bro. And I'm like, Yuli, you're not that big, man. BET is big, but I'm not sure BET is playing out of Puerto Rico, and I'm not sure why would they be enjoying us and we singing in a whole different language.
And know word for word.
And know the words. I'm like, at the time, I'm not thinking they're anomalies like myself, being a sheepdog. Yeah. I was thrown into a dog pen as a sheep, and I'm mimicking the dogs that I'm being raised around. Yeah. I'm not thinking that people that live in different countries are becoming virtual remote sheepdogs where they're being born in their country with their own Spanish culture or whatever culture they have, speaking their own mother dialect, but then they're being raised by urban Americana TV programming.
But also migration too, though.
And the
people
migration.
Sleep on the migration.
Yeah, and like I just mentioned, the cross pollination is, in my mind, the migration.
Mm-hmm.
People was migrating from and they migrated and stayed longer, and they was like, yo, we set up a block party, we set up hip hop, we playing hip hop down. They like it, they move it to it, and I dance at the same tempo of their natural homegrown genre music. So I'm not thinking the bass line in Wherever We Go is resonating with the kids in Bogota, but I'm knowing that the bass line from Wherever We Go is the Revolution bass line from Dennis Brown, but it is a salsa bass line. I'm not thinking that the kids might have grew up in households where their mother played salsa, so they heard the bass line dancing the way it did, but they heard it in a reggae way to resonate with it. I'm not even thinking that.
And then Bob.
And Bob I think people that really hit South America really big before we even got down there. Bob got down there. Inner Circle got down there.
Inner Circle too, yeah.
Black Uhuru got down there. Steel Pulse got down there. A lot of reggae, a lot of roots reggae, a lot of dub reggae, a lot of conscious reggae, a lot of traditional reggae, revival reggae was down there long before reggae hip hop got down there. But for the youth now, the youth got introduced to us through their parents that was always into reggae hip hop and listening to reggae and hip hop. And they passed, I guess, a collection down to them. And then we go to Colombia, do a show like 7, 8 years ago. And the whole audience is like at least between like age 18 and 27. I'm like, yo, these kids weren't even born when we came out, bro. This is crazy.
I was born in 94.
Fam, I'm like, how do they know about us? And he's like, yo, their parents was rocking to us.